Welcome back to the Unanimous Decision Podcast. I am your host, DPalm. Follow me on Blue Sky, Instagram, everywhere on the socials at DPalm66. Follow the show at UDPod66 on YouTube. That's right, YouTube. We're dragging this podcast into 2015, one episode at a time. As always, I'm brought to you by the fine folks at the MTR Network. Make sure you check out the whole MTR Network to get all of our offerings, and also by DanielPalmerMortgages.com. If you can pay your rent, you can pay a mortgage. It's my job to help you qualify. Make sure you check out my other podcasting endeavor, Life, Love, and Real Estate. New episodes recording actually like right after you guys download this. So this comes out on Friday, and I'm recording later this afternoon for next week's Life, Love, and Real Estate. Hope you guys check out the last one we put out last week about home, what feels like home, what makes something a home, and how to achieve the goal of acquiring your own home. Today, no Felder, sad noises. But we do have someone here today who is very prescient for what we're going to talk about today. We have CBS college basketball producer extraordinary, Nata, on the show today. Let's welcome to the show. What up, Nata?
Not much. I mean, bringing on a college basketball guy to talk NBA. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Basketball. You're talking
yeah,
basketball.
That's true.
I'd rather.
That's true.
I can't talk with Felder about basketball. I know that I love Felder. There are guardrails.
I'm trying to imagine that conversation.
There are certain things I don't. I'm talking about basketball fights with Felder. Like when the fights start, Felder, come on in, buddy. We've got opinions. We need to get them off. If it's like, hey, inter squad turmoil or LeBron's being a jerk, like, come on, let's talk about it. But like, kick off the season, capture some excitement. Like, who do I want to talk to better than you? Nobody. But before we get into that, I cannot let you start without any sort of like in-podcast nonsense. Are you familiar with this story about the Louvre?
Yes, I am. Very much so. It's an inside job, right?
No, stop that. For the record, for those who don't know, first of all, weird. Do not get your news from me. Second of all, apparently a group of people, I was going to say gentlemen, but I'd hate to gender shame. Some people broke into the Louvre. They used what appears to be a ladder on the back of a bus to break into the Louvre, steal jewels in about 5 minutes, and get away on scooters. What has this taught you about everything?
Is that you can do anything that you really can, as long as you put your mind to it, you can achieve it. Like LeVar Burton never lied to us.
Not once. Never told
Not
you.
once.
It taught me two things. One, no one seems to know what the word priceless means.
Yes, it's also very true.
Because they were like, these jewels are priceless. And like 2 days later, like, they're worth this much money. I'm like, well, then it's not priceless. Like that, in that have revealed your lack of understanding of words. But two, it tells me that Hollywood has grossly overestimated the burglary deterrence of these institutions.
Yeah.
And that the fictional game he plays now, like, oh, we're putting together a heist crew. My heist crew has diminished greatly. Fuck Ocean's 11. I need someone to operate heavy machinery. Hello, Michael Felder. I need someone with the audacity to tell the guards to go away. Myself. I need someone who can operate scooters. Not my strongest suit. We'll work on that later. How are you on a scooter, actually?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that.
Excellent.
Like you've never read the article I did about the motorsports thing?
I do love it when people who write things and work in sports media, like, you never read this one thing I wrote? Like, no.
Like, obviously, like, if you look it up, Uproxx may still have it. I don't know. They're currently getting rid of half of my byline as we speak for video content. But I would tell you, like, there's one where I got on a motorbike. Like, I've gotten on those, like, really nice, powerful dirt bikes. So
you're going to get an envelope in the mail. It's not going to have any words on it. Just read what's inside and then burn it.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
I'm down.
We'll talk later.
Absolutely.
And now, listeners, we've gotten the Louvre heist out of the way.
Yes.
Which,
I mean,
honestly,
speaking of heists, like, we can talk about NBC, right?
We're going to talk about NBC. Don't you host this podcast?
Okay,
I've got for the record, I don't send the rundown to anyone. It's an unshared Google Doc that I am staring at. And for you to try to jump ahead, it hurts a little bit. Because
it's typical, though. It's very typical.
Typical of what? I'll let you guys decide. Now, you guys listening, you've read the episode title. You've seen who the guest is. So, of course, I'm going to start with the NFL draft. Why the NFL draft? Glad you asked. Because this is a year where people are going to tell you it's a weak draft. What that means is that there's no quarterbacks worth taking, aside from maybe a Heisman winner, Gunnar Stockton. Now,
oh boy.
There are no quarterbacks in this draft, but there are tons of known quantities because there's tons of running backs and defensive ends and receivers whose names we've learned over the years.
And left tackles.
And
Multiple.
How dare you?
Left tackles.
Running screens. My question to you, Nata, you work in college basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Opening night was this week.
Yeah.
And I started my annual game of NBA. Who are these new niggas? Because the sport you cover has done a terrible job in creating any sort of like. I was like Cooper Flag. I was like, oh yeah, Cooper Flag's in this is new. Like I'm legitimately forgetting players I'm actually excited about. What can we do for me, a listener of someone who likes basketball and wants to know more about this draft class that's going to be coming in? I don't know anything about them, but I don't like the first like month of my season being like, wait, who is that? I've never heard it. Oh, that was pretty nice. I don't like doing that. What can you give me kind of as a primer on this new batch of people who I'm going to forget?
To be fair, there is a beautiful video on the CBS College Basketball YouTube channel produced by somebody. That is a primer on all of this stuff, quite literally from before the draft even happened. So if you need that primer, it's right there. But what you want to know, Cooper Flag is probably the most complete, I would say the most complete player we've seen in a draft, dare I say, since LeBron.
Okay, so I'm going to stop you right there.
I know.
Because that's ridiculous.
Sure?
We're talking about first overall picks like Anthony Davis. We're talking about Ant-Man, who I refuse to let be talked down upon.
He's better than Ant-Man. He's better than Ant-Man. He was better than Ant-Man in college.
Okay, that's a different sentence. That's a different sentence than he's better than Ant-Man. It's a hard gauge on Ant-Man in college because he was at the Morburn, Georgia team.
The problem is, from what we saw from everything Cooper did, Cooper was your best defender, your best wing defender. Top 3 wing defender. Cooper was your point guard. Cooper was the leading scorer. And on a team with another lottery pick, he led the team in rebounds.
But
that's how complete.
I can't stress to you enough. Another lottery pick has never meant less to the general public.
I know. That's the problem. Like, we are so oversaturated as a community. Like, unfortunately, it's too many things because, again, like you said, a guy like Cooper Flag, even 10 years ago, we are talking about incessantly. We have just gotten to the point, and unfortunately, and we'll get into this later, but the NBA packaging has been so bad at selling this new crop of talent that we do not know when another real one is going to show up. And Palm, I'll go even further. This might be the deepest class of rookies, quite literally, since 2004. Like
Adam Silver is hooked, has hacked this StreamYard and is speaking through that.
No, fam. Like Dylan Harper, son of Ron Harper, 6'5" point guard.
That's also gross. I don't like that either.
Like, yeah, exactly. There are a lot of these NBA kids that you're going to.
That I was listening to a season preview this week. They called Tim Hardaway just Tim Hardaway. They didn't call him Tim Hardaway Jr. I about fell out. I was like, hey, man, I need you to tag a junior on this bitch out of respect for me and mine because this is ridiculous.
So you want to know the really thing that make you feel really old?
Not really, but go ahead.
Carlos Boozer's son next year is going to be a top 3 pick in this draft.
Oh, the Twins? Is it the Twins or the
Boozer twins? Yeah, but Cam Boozer is legitimate and the closest thing to athletic Kevin Love we've seen in a while.
I will say this. I love your passion and love the excitement you have for this new class. I'm also the guy who doesn't believe in recruiting in college football.
I know.
I believe I will see it once you get there. I will see, like, I have, because I don't turn off auto subscribe, I have League Pass again. And so I will be plenty exposed to all these young men. And I'm going to watch your video. I'm going to give you credit. I'm going to say, hey, man, check this out so you know who's watch. I'm going to do all that stuff. But at the same time, I will see it, but I will not believe it until they're not busting the asses of a bunch of guys who are going pro in something else other than sports.
To be fair, can I get?
Yeah.
I will say this: Cooper is going to come in and do, like, I saw Cooper destroy people in preseason. Again, you're going to tell me preseason doesn't mean anything.
Thank you.
But you can see habits, you can see traits, you can get ideas.
Nata,
The
that's
idea,
great. You're thinking
I
about the
know.
top end of this player. I'm thinking about middle of January, 3 games in 5 nights. Like this, like it's not
Yeah,
about
fair.
what you can
Fair.
do. It's about what this sport, the biggest jump from college to the pros is
Yeah.
the NBA. Because it's
Agreed.
not like, oh, we play on the weekends, we play one Wednesday every other week.
Mm-mm.
No, you
It's 3 and
live
5 nights, yeah.
out of a briefcase, suitcase. You aren't getting practice time. And every time you meet with your coach, it's a scouting report or something you did wrong. Like that's it. And so like for me, it's not about what they can do. It's about what they can do given the stresses of an NBA season. Like that's always my big differentiator with rookies.
That's fair, but I would tell you, like everyone I've ever talked to about Cooper has always talked about the attention to detail. And if you have that sort of attention to detail, that work ethic that apparently he has, you rarely ever, he's going to be the one rookie that's not a net negative on day one. That's how good I think he's going to be.
This is the fastest way you've gotten me to turn on a player. I can't wait for him to flame out just so you can be wrong. Like, I don't care about any of it. I'm not a Mavericks. I have nothing against the Mavericks, nothing against Nico. I just want you to be on the first 10 minutes of this podcast. I want to keep it in process in amber so I can be like, oh, look. Look, he's Kristaps. Oh, look, he's Kristaps.
Kristaps was actually good, though.
Oh,
Kristaps was actually good.
So we do not bog down this podcast and I yell at you for 45 minutes about Kristaps fucking Porzingis. You know what? I take it back. I was thinking of old buddy.
What, you thinking Jahlil Okafor?
That was racist. No. Who is the other guy in the LeBron Melo draft who went to the Pistons? Darko. My brain went to Darko. That's on me. Kristaps, I apologize. I made you Darko in my head. That's on me. That was racist. But let's talk about it. Opening night happened. Dog, you texted me while it was happening. Like this coverage thing, this like explosion of media rights, this, I dare you say, dissemination to greater number of partners has highlighted what you and I have talked about for years about the overwhelming negative coverage of NBA basketball. Walk me through how you experienced NBC Peacock's kickoff, because for me it was revelatory.
You know, the best way I can say this is, you remember Force Awakens, when we get to the point of like Harrison Ford, we see the Millennium Falcon, and Harrison Ford and Chewbacca and Han Solo just get back to the Millennium Falcon. Chewie, we're home.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. Like that, it was that, like, they nailed everything pitch perfect. Even Melo not even having the suit, which people complained about, but that man has a brand. 7 p.m. in Brooklyn is a real thing. So I wasn't mad at that. But the fact that you had people that actually gave a shit about basketball, you had people that actually cared. It wasn't the Twitter topic of the day that they did. They were like, yo, we're going to tell you what this game is about. We're going to get we're even going to give you 2 minutes of Michael Jordan saying absolutely nothing of import. And you know what? You're going to like it because no one really cares about what he really actually has to say. Like, it was awesome.
I am the biggest stick in the mud of this Jordan thing. Everyone's like, oh, we get to hear from Jordan. I'm like, with his jaundiced eyes and Hitler stash, the fuck are you talking about? What year do you think it is? And so, like, yes, is it cool to hear Jordan lie about hitting a free throw? Sure, I guess. But you're right. Like, even having that little interstitial added some gravitas, added some importance, added some care. Because even what he said, it's a lie. Everything Jordan says is a lie. He's here to sell you shoes. But him saying that he owes it to the game is an attitude you have not seen from the generation below him who have made their careers on dunking on these kids, Paul Pierce, etc. Yeah, I appreciated that. But what gets me is it reframed how I've been watching the NBA, even that one night, because I've been very public on not liking Reggie Miller on broadcasts. I think that he fits better in a celebratory sense. When everyone else around him is also being positive, it makes him stand out less. So, like, I don't know if I took the text or not, but I was like, I'm not angry at Reggie Miller right now. Like, what's happening? Like, I'm not familiar with this feeling.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. It's amazing what NBC came in and said, we are going to celebrate these guys. We are going to turn this into a celebration of basketball. And more importantly, we're going to put this on free TV. Hey, we're going to give you Tuesday games. It's not like you're really watching TV on Tuesday anyway. We're going to give you Tuesday games, and then we're going to give you Sunday afternoon games when football is done. We're really going to bring back the nostalgia. Oh, yeah, you remember when you actually cared about the All-Star game? We're going to put that on broadcast TV.
Well,
we're going to do all of that.
People have been complaining about not loving the All-Star game. Like, motherfucker, you don't care about the regular season. Like, of course you don't care about the All-Star game. And so I think this is the first step to solving what everyone's like a huge problem. I don't think it was ever a huge problem, but I do think that this will address some of those picadillos people have picked out about the league the last 5-10 years and kind of rectify that, because perception is reality. If everyone who's covering your product is telling you why the product's not good, guess what, baby? I'm going to agree with the talking heads. I'm not, but y'all will. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if every time I'm trying to get like a 30,000 foot view of the league, it's these motherfuckers don't play hard, then guess what? I'm not going to be interested in actually tapping in.
Do you want to know the funny thing, Paul?
Yes.
I don't even think we got the best broadcast version yet. We haven't gotten it yet.
That's it, Nata. Like, they are finding their sea legs. Like, they're having to build this plane in the air.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about that.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Amazon.
Oh, Amazon, is that this week? It starts Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Locked in.
Like, we haven't even gotten the best product yet. Wait till Amazon comes in and says...
I think you're right. Amazon's going to be better. I want to make sure we take some time out to hat tip.
To shout out.
They did
no. Peacock set the bar.
Okay,
like,
good. I want to yeah, okay.
Like, if you look at the NBA's plan, the NBA's plan was, like, Adam Silver and the media content plan was very clear. We are going to shame ESPN into being better. If not, we are going to have another conversation. In the words of Charles Barkley, we are going to have a conversation about who gets the finals going forward in 5 years.
Hey, and speaking of Charles Barkley, him being up for Hater of the Year and first of all, Anthony Edwards is the greatest human being alive.
Yes. Yes.
I don't think I'm exaggerating.
Proud Georgian.
Fuck that. That nigga's from Atlanta.
That's
not Georgia. That is Atlanta. And it's everywhere. He's just spilling it all over the place. For those who don't know, Anthony Edwards had an award show.
Yes, he should have.
He gave White Boy of the Year award to Timothée Chalamet, who took the call while on set for Dune 3 and said, "Don't get lost in the sauce, but without the sauce, you will be lost." Like, yeah.
Anthony Edwards, like, at what point is he, like, dare I say it, like, the guy that ends up stirring all this drink with?
Dog,
like,
he's Chuck.
Yeah.
He's tons of personality, and he can ball. Like, that's one thing that I've missed in the NBA the last 30 years has been the oversized suits and the awkward interviews and the overexuberance and the showing us who you are, because they've been media trained, because they've been in AAU since they were 8 on how not to say anything. Or they followed the LeBron path since they were 12 and learned how not to say anything.
Well, to be fair, the media called that one. Like, as I say that as big M media.
Fault it is. I'm just telling you where we ended up.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards apparently said, "What if I pocket the media training money?" Like, what do you mean? He says, "What if you don't pay them and you just give it to me and I'll just figure it out?" And lo and behold, I hope that they learn from this that authenticity plays. I hope that's the lesson we get, because excitement on and off the court from the players and the announcers, authenticity in the same veins, and storylines. Those are the 3 things that really make NBA basketball.
Yeah. And it's not a hard formula. As long as you care. It's not a hard formula. But also, like, can we say I love Ernie? Maria Taylor might be the best point man in terms of studio hosts.
I'm not willing to I'm not in a place where I'm willing to.
I know you're not willing to give it yet.
That broadcast has done so much for so long. I'm not willing to say it, but guess what? As Steve Kerr once said, this can't be the only place where evolution doesn't work, where the future isn't better than the past. So I think you're onto something. Not willing to say it out loud yet, but I do agree with you. You want to go through the conferences?
Let's do it. So
can you see the title I put on these things when I
Yes, I did. Good. Murder Machine West. Yeah. I agree, by the way.
Versus the zombie apocalypse east. And we're going to cover both of those right now. Let's start in the Western Conference because I think it's just top to bottom, like terrifying because the Thunder did get better, but so did the entire conference. Nata, do you see an opportunity? So this is kind of my early prediction is that the Thunder will not win as many games, but they're so tested that they could still win the title. Am I far off?
I don't think you're far off.
Okay.
Here's the scarier thing, I think. Let's say someone does get hurt. What stops them from going to acquire someone to fill that gap fairly easily with the glut of picks and the amount of talent and easily movable contracts? They could be even better by the deadline and it not matter. There's only one team in the West that I do see beating them. There's only one.
Denver.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll get to Denver in a second. Let's stay with Oklahoma City for a second. I think you're right that obviously the adaptability of the roster and kind of what they've built down there. For the record, if Sam Presti calls you offering you a trade, hang up the fucking phone. Stop talking to that man. All of you should leave. No one. Anytime I see the Thunder acquire, I'm like, you dumb asshole. Like, who answered the phone? Was it an intern? Fire him. Like, this is ridiculous. Don't let the lines get into the office. Like, block any number that has an Oklahoma City exchange. Like, this is ridiculous. I think it's super interesting, is particularly watching opening night. First of all, the rings are
innovative.
No, it's not the word.
Innovative.
It's not the word.
No, they are, because again, they got too gaudy, and then what did they do? They created a break off ring,
which is somehow more gaudy. Like, this is not. They didn't solve gaudy by getting like, oh, let's invent a transforming ring. They're like, what if our transforming ring was also super gaudy? Like, that's what they did.
Yes.
I hate it.
You get two different pieces that you can auction off later. I get it.
That's mean, and I'm old. Second of all, they make too much money. Like, I would love to see an NBA player who signs a $50 million a year contract go broke. At that point, I just want notes. Like, how? How'd you do that? Like, that would not be a sad documentary. That'd be an informative one.
Sir, did you forget about Malik Beasley all that quickly?
It's different.
You forgot about Malik Beasley.
I think he has the money. I think he just doesn't like paying people. I think that's a difference. I think
fair.
I think he just doesn't like paying people.
Fair.
That's a different problem. This is not Antoine Walker can't cover his light bill. This is a different
fair. I'm just saying, Malik Beasley is a case.
Did you know? And we're gonna get back to the West in a second. Joel Embiid has a $68 million player option in 3 years.
Yep.
Go ahead and activate that now, guys. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna opt in. We're gonna opt in.
That man's leg might be pulled port. His kneecap might be pulled port by then.
It currently is.
No. It's only slight. No.
Good. Oh yeah, believe him. This is good.
Oh no.
I don't believe the beginning of the season. Lies we tell ourselves for the Joel Embiid says. Let's go next to Oklahoma City. It's terrifying. They may not win like the high 60s of wins. This is going to be one of the scarier teams you watch 99 out. Because not only has SGA reached this like weird Kobe calm place, like what if Kobe wasn't an asshole? That's what SGA is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at what happened with Chet in the offseason, where I feel like everyone says like you really grow up and you find out who you are in a finals run. I thought Chet going against Pascal Siakam was revelatory in the way that we saw, oh, this is my body type and this is what I can do.
Yeah.
Opening night, he was leading the Thunder in scoring in the first half. Because he was more assertive of himself. And I think having Hardenstein there the entire time is going to free him up from doing all that dirty work and let him kind of evolve into almost like a super elevated role player. Like, obviously, you've got your superstar in SGA, but Chet's going to be somewhere between assisting him and taking over some games. Maybe a 1A, 1B this year.
Think about it like this. Jalen Williams may be available just so that they, like next summer. Yeah. Just so that they can move like more salary elsewhere and get more assets, this, that, and the third. Like
He's not playing right now. He didn't play on Tuesday, did he?
He did not play.
Fuck.
And they still, Like there's only one team that can.
Hold on, let's do this really quick. Let's go backwards. Who's the team? Okay, there's one. There's one team in the West.
One team
where I think they have no interest in making the playoffs.
That's true. There's only
who's the one for you?
Sacramento.
Ooh, I have Utah.
Well, okay, yeah, no, you're right. But the way Sacramento's built, you can't tell me they're interested. You can't tell me.
But the people they've got on that roster are not guys who are going to roll over. Like that's
No, they're not.
You put together like you can build like high Sixers a couple years ago. You can build a roster of guys who are going to fold. They didn't do that. Like that's why I'm like, oh, something else is happening here.
They're just so misshapenly built.
It's poorly built, but it's built with a core of determination. Like I think everyone there gives a shit.
For now.
Today, yeah, that's very fair.
Let's see what that looks like in Sacramento. Like you said, three games, 5 nights. Like let's see what that looks like by King Day, please.
They're not young; they're professionals. But you're not wrong.
Exactly.
They could be sellers at the deadline.
But I don't want any of them. But again, the thing is, like outside of Malik Monk, who's a guy that you actually want? Zach LaVine has shown who he is.
There?
DeRozan is like, but look at that DeRozan contract.
Look,
that's not easy. That's not easy to move.
Yeah, you're probably right. But with those two teams kind of holding up the bottom of the West, the rest of it's a bunch of motherfuckers who want to make the playoffs and go deep.
Yeah, and someone's gonna have to finish. Like, so let me give you a really scary proposition.
Scare me.
So let's say Wemby and them do well. Best they can do is the play-in. They finish top 3 in the draft again, and they get their pick of either Darren Peterson, AJ DeBanza, or Cam Boozer to be the enforcer for.
So I know one of those names is real.
Yeah, I know. But that's a scary proposition that they're going to keep collecting.
In a world where we admit that rookies are net negatives on teams, no, it's not.
It is, considering that they still have a whole bunch of rookie contracts, and at some point they're going to be able to move those guys because the most valuable asset outside of an unprotected first from certain teams is a really good rookie on a rookie scale contract because you're not really paying them shit.
The plan can't be keep moving.
Oh no.
The plan can't be that.
So no, because he's going to get tired.
I hope that does not. I hope honestly that's one of the things I think in the NBA these days is a death spiral. And so, which is why we'll get to the Hawks when we get to the East. I was excited to see the Hawks spin in the offseason. So
I was surprised considering how cheap.
We'll talk about the zombie East in a second. Let's stay in the West for now. The Nuggets got rid of MPJ, probably upgraded the position for less money.
Probably.
Well, I'm just saying, healthy MPJ. He's not healthy. The body's broke down on him.
Yeah.
They replaced him. They've got better. I think. Who's the new coach there? They elevated.
Is it David Adelman?
Yes,
David Adelman.
Elevated internally. So I'm always a fan of elevating internally, particularly when you got a system that works. The Michael, book that comes out later will be, or the articles that get written mid-season will be disruptive. But that's coming. Just know that's coming.
Yep.
But I think that you're right in saying that this is the team that could be really scary. Minnesota is going to be a lot of fun. Minnesota's going to be a lot of fun because Ant-Man said on his stream and I don't watch streams. I get sent clips. Please don't think I'm 12. He said, "I'm done being Klay Thompson. I'm coming for the mid-range." Which normally I'd be like, "Sure, buddy." But I watched him turn himself into a 40% three-point shooter.
I believe him.
In one offseason.
I believe him.
So now I'm a little terrified. Anthony Edwards, when he says things about basketball, I believe him now.
I believe him. He's one of those guys you believe. But the funny part is, like, we talk about another team that's built for the future. Minnesota is another one. Because guess what? They have Utah picks.
Well, you know what's cool about Minnesota and San Antonio is that they learned the lessons from the mishandling of LeBron's rookie years.
And KG.
LeBron was the glaring one.
Yeah.
When he's dragging Boobie Gibson to the finals.
Yes.
Like, it's like, maybe we shouldn't have done it this way. And so now that's one of the things where I can look back and be like, okay, there are some bad front offices, but those are the ones who keep answering Sam Presti's phone calls. Like, I feel like Minnesota, Minnesota and San Antonio, or at least pointed in the right direction in a strong way. Going to the Pacific, the Warriors, this Jimmy Butler thing, look, as long as he's happy.
Which is maybe for the next 18 months.
18 under. As long as he's happy, we'll see.
Fair.
Draymond tends to wear on a nigga. Like, we'll see.
Fair. I just wonder, like, how old you're going to put the Expendables 5 out there for. Like, you have Al Horford.
We're going to the Clippers next. Hold on.
No. The look, as old as the Clippers are, the Warriors are worse. They have more old dudes on that rock.
Nata, did you know Chris Paul's a Clipper again?
Yes, I did.
I didn't know that until yesterday.
Oh no!
So my view on the Clippers is a bit skewed. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I know. I understand. I
Wait a
completely
goddamn
understand.
second. What year is it?
Trust me, there are a lot of teams that are vying for that 2019 championship with their roster.
gosh.
I understand that. That's why I make fun of the Kings so much. But the Clippers are right up there.
I have faith in you, Kings. Light that fucking beam. Clippers, aside, let's say away from all the aspiration stuff right now. It's not going to get
We're not
results.
gonna, again, there's no need to mention it because it's not really going to get mentioned until they get banged after.
Oh, NBC News is
LC.
reporting on it now.
Yeah.
So the whole we're not going to talk about it until after the break. That plan is not going to work, Mr. Silver. Your league partners are already reporting on it.
Yeah, your league partner, the Wall Street Journal's reporting on it. Like it's
You can
over.
you can ignore the journal. You can't ignore the call coming inside the house.
That's true too.
Like the journal they got another story tomorrow. Wait them out. There is no other front office story in the NBA. There is no other place to throw investigative reporting right now.
Well, wait till Matt Ishbia does something stupid. Let's wait.
What time is it? Any minute.
Exactly. Exactly.
Clippers, look, man, Kawhi, everyone's talking about this is the first offseason in X number of years. Kawhi's been healthy. Cool.
No.
How long do you think that
cool.
lasts?
And at some point we got to talk about the load management to where you load manage yourself out of rhythm. Like there's that to this.
I wish I didn't know so much about Uncle Dennis.
Fair.
I wish I didn't know that they timed his load management with him not getting aspiration payments. I wish that hadn't happened. Like there's a lot I wish I didn't know about the Clippers.
Yeah.
It's something I can't unknow now.
Yeah.
Everything's through this prism of it's all a scam. Which I've been saying about the Clippers for years, for the record.
Yeah.
I've never thought they were a serious organization. But when your cornerstone is James Harden, and I get done watching some fantastic basketball last night, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna watch starting five. And James Harden's like, I got a girlfriend now. You love her? I don't know why I did this shit. Like, hey, man.
Like James, like we're all waiting for that eventual All-Star Super Bowl ad, All-Star / Super Bowl ad where he shaves his beard, right? We're all waiting.
He's never
for
shaving
that.
the beard. But what we're waiting for is the one where he does a live commercial from Vegas during the All-Star break. That's what I'm waiting for. The live look at it. James Harden avoiding the All-Star game by just going to Vegas and refusing to show up. Like, that's what I'm waiting for. This man's nightlife needs its own documentary. There's your 30 for 30. We followed James Harden around only after games for one entire season.
That's a hazard to all the producers that got to be there.
I'm telling you, the clips I've seen on Netflix so far, I've only seen the one episode. Please don't spoil starting five for me. But he was like, I've been good, but last night got me. And I saw that there were Netflix cameras. And he's driving to the game, and he gets pulled over by a cop. And the cop's like, am I on TV? He says, you're going to be on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Nata, this man is 36.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't John Morant. This is calm your ass down. Sit your ass at home.
Like,
Speaking of sitting your ass at home, your sciatica might be acting up if you're 41 years old or for LeBron James. The Lakers came out, took the L against the Warriors game one. Obviously not telling you anything that's going to happen. What do you think about the Lakers? Because I think a locked-in Ayton getting chemistry with Luka before LeBron's even reevaluated in a couple weeks is long-term very good for this franchise.
You have more optimism for this franchise than I do.
I'm a DeAndre Ayton defender, the last one alive.
I'm glad you're that one. You're that one. We both know. Again, we've followed Nate Jones. Everything he's been on this. They're going to buy LeBron out, and I kind of believe him.
I don't.
If
he asks, they will buy him out if he asks for it.
He'll ask. In his own passive-aggressive way.
This whole passive-aggressive, he doesn't do anything bad. Like, whatever. I'm not going to play. This is another one of the, what if we treated our stars like trash? I wonder if everyone will start talking about like trash things that the league's done the last 15 years. That I refuse.
Fair. But it's just one of those things, like, it doesn't make sense to keep him on this roster when I don't think the rest of this roster is is a playing roster at best.
Oh, I disagree. See, and that's I think where the big gap in who this team is. Like, this team finished the 4th seed last year, right?
Yes.
Now, what did we say they needed? Interior presence, offensively and defensively. They get DeAndre Ayton, and now you're telling me they're a playing team. Like, that's the thing that I don't understand is that
is because it's DeAndre Ayton.
Let me finish. We're acknowledging that they addressed their biggest concern. We acknowledge through JJ Redick, he says, hey, I did some things wrong last year. I'm growing as a coach. Second-year head coach. Primed for elite. You've given him Luka. You've given him what's my white boy two guard's name?
What,
Austin Reeves. You've given him some security, and that hey, at no point will you be the one. You may be the 2, you may be the 3, but you'll never be the 1, which allows him to play freer and not eat up double teams and primary defenders.
Fair.
Like structurally, I like this team.
Sir, if the team that you like and had their coach that said this summer, a lot of the time,
don't read all the quotes.
You
gotta cherry pick the bitches.
No, because you know where I'm going with this.
I do, and I don't want you to say it.
If the coach that you're trying to tell me has improved and everything else, went to Chat GPT.
You don't know if he was kidding or not. You don't know if he was laughing when he said it.
Sir, come on. We both know he was not kidding. We both know.
He's a Dookie. He's a Dookie who's literally in my class. I know he meant it.
Like, we're talking about a guy that already had personal issues with the rest of with people and has people issues. We're talking about the same guy. You're talking about a guy that is relying on Chat GPT.
Who has utilized it as a tool, relied on. No. Next, Southwest, last division, Mavericks. Are they running Cooper at the 1?
I hope not.
Are they running who wants to play point guard? You're seeing lucky section 843. Is that where they're doing point guards?
It's a better option than doing that with Cooper right now. I think it's with Cooper, I don't want to give him too much too fast. He's going to do well. And also at the same point, you're relying on Anthony Davis to stay healthy, which is a fool's errand.
Big ass.
There's a lot, but also I think this is a good team. I don't think Kyrie's coming back this year. I don't.
I know he's not.
It doesn't make sense.
We'll talk about some liars about injuries when we get to the East, but yeah, I don't think so back either.
I don't think he's coming back. So you're telling me this is a playing team. Let's be real here. This is one of those 7, 8, 9, 10 teams. I'm perfectly fine calling them that until they prove me wrong otherwise. Completely fine.
Fantastic. All right. Rockets, it's a lot of big guys.
Is it
it's a
bad?
lot of tall guys.
It is. They're going to beat a lot of teams just playing caveman ball. Mm-hmm. But any team that has a point guard is going to destroy them.
Eat them alive. I never thought Fred VanVleet would swing the way I feel about a team, but here we
go. And then Reed Shepherd, they got to trade that dude, right?
So is he not good?
It's not that he's not good, but I think a lot of people oversold what he was, and I don't think anybody watched when and this is a rare thing, but I don't think anyone watched when Kentucky lost to Oakland and watched how they picked on that man defensively.
I'm not gonna even.
I know. It was the NCAA tournament. It was the NCAA tournament.
I'm not gonna know. I'm not.
I know.
We're going.
But I'm going. But there were habits. There were habits that said that none of this, he was going to be a shooter and a shooter only. He might be Super Grayson Allen. The problem is the Rockets don't need Super Grayson Allen. They actually need a point guard.
Yeah. Well, speaking of point guards, let's go down to Memphis. Guns down. Guns down, Ja. I look at this roster, man. I don't see it.
Same.
I don't see it.
That feels like a bottom 4 roster.
That feels like a bottom 4 roster that you're hoping that Ja can elevate.
And you're hoping that everybody behaves.
Well, it's Memphis.
You're hoping.
They're not hoping. They're just it'd be nice if everyone behaved. It'd make our jobs easier if everyone behaved, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Skinny Zion, you in or out?
I don't trust New Orleans at all. The minute you traded a unprotected first to Atlanta for Derek Queen, who I like, but is going to need time. Again,
they
we
might
talk
be one
about
of those teams that's hey, we're probably not trying to make the playoffs. This might be the 3rd team.
Yeah, but then you don't trade your next year's pick unprotected.
I didn't say it was a smart team. I just said it was the team.
I'm one of the rare Joe Dumars defenders, and when he did that, I was just yo, I can't
believe you people still exist. I still make y'all.
I feel like I have to carry the torch for some black executives in basketball because there's so few of us. And so it's I see this operation where I see Joe Dumars at the top, then I see Troy Weaver, and then I really get queasy because I have to defend both of them out of like sheer racial solidarity. And then you do some dumb shit like that, and it's like, what are y'all trying to put me through?
I used to be like you. There's somewhere out there where I was telling everyone Keely Smith had next because black quarterbacks.
Same.
So I just want to let yourself. I want to just as a friend, release yourself from the shackles of oppression.
Yeah, but trust me, I have. The minute they did that deal, I was like, oh, I can't defend that. I'm out. Like, I like those guys. I would not have traded the rights to potentially Cam Boozer, DeBanza, Darren Peterson to do it, though.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
So we got the Murder Machine West. We looked at all of them. Who do you got? Give me a Western Conference Finals. Knee jerk, don't think about it.
OKC, Denver.
I'm taking OKC, Minnesota.
You think?
I really believe in these young Timberwolves.
So,
I think one of the understated things about Ant-Man is that he's truly no shit leader guy.
Agreed.
He's a leader guy, and so that's an elevator that I believe in. I'm probably wrong, but no one listens to this podcast. Who gives a shit?
One thing on Minnesota before we move on.
Let's do it.
What if I told you this is probably the last year Rudy Gobert is a starter in Minnesota?
I would ask you if they trade him or if they bought him out.
They probably trade him. Johan Berenger is their backup center, who's also French, but who's also a monster. He's the closest thing I would call to DeAndre Jordan.
He's 18.
Yes.
6'11", 230, 18 years old. I want to see Rudy's measurable. 7'1", 258.
But again, the thing is, where we think that Rudy, yeah.
Sorry, I got to the salary column.
Yeah.
I didn't know they paid Rudy Gobert $35 million a year.
Yeah. Well, because again, because he wins you a lot of regular. Yeah. Because again, when you think about what Rudy does specifically regular season only, category only, he wins you a lot of games because a lot of dudes, especially like we talked about, January, February, March, up into April, don't really feel like going to the rim. And they really don't feel like, they really don't feel like shooting over guys like that. So he provides a service to guarantee you that the paint numbers look a lot better than they actually might be when it comes to nut cutting time.
So everyone on this roster is under 30 except for Joe Ingles at 38, Rudy Gobert at 33, and Mike Conley also at 38, which I didn't realize he'd been in the league that long. That's crazy. Made me feel
Remember, he came in with Odin.
Yeah, him, Odin, and Durant, who's sneaky older than you guys think.
Yes.
Let's go to we've dealt with the Monster Mash West. That's crazy. The Monster Machine in the West. That's insane. That's going to chew and spit out a lot of people. This would be a lot easier to do this one and a lot faster because now we're talking about the Zombie East. Let's get some things out of the way. Jason Tatum.
I hope he doesn't come
Tyrese Haliburton.
Yes.
Your light-skinnedness will not save you. You will not play this season. I know you've been told your whole life. Light-skinned black man can do anything he wants. My son's already embodying that trait. However, y'all need to sit your asses down somewhere. Jason Tatum's already dunking. Sit his ass down somewhere.
Yeah. I don't see it.
If you listen to I don't know if it was today, it may have been today's podcast, Bomani had on Benny Goodwill.
Yes.
They talked about how when oh my gosh, Jerry Rice came back from an ACL in 3 months and destroyed his knee.
Yeah.
That's why you need to sit y'all asses down. But that also means, one, the Pacers are now no longer a playoff team for the year. Sorry.
I can't.
We'll talk about it. I'm going to get
can't go there.
I know you can't. The Celtics are going to have an answer to the question is, how good are you if Jaylen Brown's your best player, really?
Playing.
And I'm even in the Zombie East, I'm like, it's a playing team. Let's go to the rest of the East, start at the Atlantic. Celtics, I think we all kind of don't believe. Like, none of us are like, this is
they feel like 6.
Time to do it.
This feels like 6. Like they're 6.
Like, just avoid the play-in?
Just avoid the play-in.
Let's talk about it. Okay, so the Nets dead in the water. Nets aren't happening.
The Nets are aiming for those top 3 picks, and they're doing it in a shameful way that guarantees them that they're going to end up picking 6th. Like, no one seems to learn that you shouldn't be tanking. They don't like you intentionally tanking. Go win as many games as you can. Figure it out with a whole bunch of rookies. Be just not embarrassing, and you'll luck yourself your way into a top 3 pick. The minute you start getting shameless and bottoming all this stuff out, oh no. It never works like that. Go ask Washington. Go ask Utah. It doesn't work.
Go ask the next team I'm going to talk about, the Philadelphia 76ers, because they did that in the past. They bottomed out openly. Now they're bottoming out quietly.
With bloated contracts, mind you.
Look, but whatever. Yeah. They're still going to bottom out. They're fine with it. Because if you're like, man, if Paul George and Joel Embiid can stay healthy, we're going to be great. Guess what? You're going to be fucking terrible.
By the way, Palm, I'm going to give you a little bit of time. Go see whose pick they get. Who again, they don't own their pick this year, by the way. Go take a look. I'm pretty sure they do not own their pick. Go see where it goes. Because I can't wait for you to figure out where their 2026 pick goes if everything goes wrong.
I don't know. Where does it go?
I believe it goes to Oklahoma City.
Of course it does. Because they're the idiots who keep answering Sam Presti's phone calls. Did you know they're paying Joel Embiid and Paul George over 50 each?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I shouldn't look at like that's the one where I'm like, wait a second, this is ridiculous. Because then it's those two, Tyrese Maxey making 37, and then no one making, and then BJ Edco making 11, and then no one else making over 10.
Edgecombe's going to be fun. Edgecombe's going to be top 3. Like, if there's anything out of the wreckage of the fuselage of Paul and the bones of Paul George and Joel Embiid, Maxey and Edgecombe is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be electric. And on some nights on League Pass, they're going to be worth watching because they're going to do
Convince
a lot
me to watch the Raptors.
I can't.
Okay.
Like Scotty Barnes is going to be good. Colin Murray-Broyles is going to be like he's going to be NBA Twitter's favorite guy that scores less than 15 points. There's a lot of that team. I just can't get with the coach. I don't like what the coach does. I really don't.
Go to the Central. We're going to come back to the Knicks. Trust me, they're saving them for a second. Go back to the Central now. The Cavs, look, it's health. It's all about health. Can you stay healthy down the stretch? We saw what happened when they fall apart. The Pistons, who made that leap last year, who could also elevate, given the fallback of the Pacers. You got the Bucks, who convinced Giannis, at least for now, to stick around. Those 3 teams in the same division on top of the Pacers is why I say the Pacers are making the playoffs.
I think you have more faith in the Bucks than I do.
I have faith in Giannis. That is not a Bucks.
To be fair,
hard to beat Giannis.
So let's say Giannis misses 25 games this year.
Okay.
Where do you think they are? Because if he misses,
Doc's still the coach, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not great.
Yeah. Like that's my thing.
That's the thing. That's why I call this part the Zombie East, because there's so much flotsam that like you could survive 25 without Giannis.
I'm not sure. Like okay. Miles
If they
Turner,
get a good stretch where they're not fucking with their division, if they're beating up on the Atlantic and the Southeast.
Well, man.
Time out. I can build an entire house on the Nets, the Sixers, the Raptors, the Hornets,
the Heat,
and the Wizards. That's 6 teams where we barely got to 3 last in the and that's without bringing in the Bulls, who I think are in the in-between place.
The Bulls are going to give them more of a run than I think we
probably
acknowledge. The Bulls are going to be better than, again, they're the team that I think them and ironically the Hornets are the team I think everyone's too down.
Oh, we're going to get to the let's go to the Southeast right now, actually. Let's start with the teams we don't care about. The Heat, guys, it's over.
That feels like a playoff team. That feels like they're going to miss.
They feel like they missed
completely.
Yeah, it feels like they trade Bam. That's what it feels like.
I think they have to.
They kind of do.
They kind of have
time.
To.
You've reached that point.
No Tyler Hero to start.
None.
Like that feels like a team that misses the playoffs and and Mickey Arison has a come to Jesus meeting with Pat Riley as he goes they sun down the entire Pat Riley experience. That feels like that's going to happen.
And for what year is this? 2025? For the 6th year running, I believe in the Orlando Magic.
I don't blame
Eventually,
you.
I'm going to be right.
No, I don't blame you. Right. Like they feel like the sneaky team that gets to the Eastern Conference Finals.
But the thing is, I've been saying it for fucking 6 years at this point. Like, they're going to put it all together. And now they've got Banchero and old buddy, like, healthy at the same time, like, which is going to be a spacing.
And they added Desmond Bain.
Desmond Bain, which I was big on. No one else was like, oh, I'm like, they just needed a shooter, goddammit. They needed one shooter to unclog that fucking lane. And now they have it. Don't tell me why this won't work. Yeah.
Like, they feel like, again, if you have money on them to finish first in the East, I would say that's good money.
I wouldn't take first. And then the Wizards, who, again, have not won 40 games in my 40 years of life. That's not true. I've not won 50 games in my 40 years of life. That's what it was. The Hawks.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the teams that looked at the zombie
and went
kind of landscape and decided, what if we push all our chips in?
Mm-hmm.
Start in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, pretty good last season, but they were a playing team. They didn't make the playoff, I don't think. It doesn't really matter. They re-signed Tyson Daniels.
Mm-hmm. They gave Jalen Johnson
Luke Kennard.
Yeah, they
acquired Kristaps.
Yep. Extension to Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson. Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Mm-hmm.
But most importantly, in April, they fired Landry Fields, the GM.
Yep. And got a guy
because,
that knew what he was
in
doing.
my opinion, he was on that let's collect all these assets and see what happens plan. And the team they brought in to replace his ass has been aggressive.
Yeah, I think they realized. Like, the one, depending on who you talk to, Landry Fields was always the son. Again, the son's hired so that the son can always do what he wants. And now that the son has been forced to take a step back and actually let the actual professionals handle it, you're seeing what's happening. I think for a 1-year run, this is probably the biggest threat to the Knicks in the East right now.
Thank you for taking me to the team we're talking about last and the team I think is the most interesting. Nata, I am 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
This has potential to be the funniest Knicks season of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because for the first time in my 40 years, they've got expectations. I know if you're watching this on YouTube, you're thinking to yourself, Dan, DPalm, your beard looks great. Thanks for noticing. It's because I went to my barber today. My barber's a Knicks fan.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And so we talked about, he's also a Chiefs fan, so we're going to talk about his football team. He says, my Knicks come. I go, oh, you're Knicks again. Here we are.
Oh, boy.
The reason it's going to be funny is because these people have never had expectations in my 40 years.
Oh, no, they have. No, they've had
Never
irrational
had expectations.
Irrational expectations. Irrational.
Never had achievable ones that they felt were in gap and reach. This year, and I'm not exaggerating, if they don't make an NBA Finals, that place may burn to the ground. They ain't got to win it. They do have to get out of the East. And the most interesting time in the NBA season this year will be their first 3-game losing streak.
I'm not even
send
sure
me the post covers. Send me the times. Oh, they lose 3 and 5. What we say earlier, 3 and 5 nights. They're going to drop 3 and 5 nights.
Everyone does, yeah.
And then we'll see.
Is it bad that I don't even think they get to the Eastern Conference Finals?
No, it's realistic because Mike Brown's their coach.
Like, I want to believe in Mike Brown so badly. I do. I think he's got a better resume than most people think, especially considering what he did, the Herculean work he did to make Sacramento relevant. He did a lot to make that place relevant.
Has Mike Brown ever been out of the first round?
Yes, he has. I think he has.
Sure? As a head coach?
As a head coach, I'm pretty sure he has. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Cavaliers made it to the semifinals. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Coach of the year in 2009.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, 07 finals too. Okay, yeah. All right. I feel better about that.
Yeah,
that
like
being said,
he's a better.
Having Cat be like, I don't know how it's always going to work. I don't know. Get your big ass down there and play some defense, damn it.
Did you see who's not playing tonight?
Yeah. They have not bought in on this coach thing.
It's not even I'm not even sure they haven't bought in. I just don't think they are going to be healthy. Like the after effects of playing for Tom Thibodeau for years is going to catch up with them. Specifically, Jalen Brunson.
Did you see what Josh Hart is out with?
Yeah, I did.
Lumbar spasms?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just re-educate myself real quick. Yeah, Josh Hart is all of...
He's like
30
years
right?
old.
Yeah. You know, you don't meet a lot of guys. who used to have bad backs.
Like that team doesn't feel that feels like a team that does really, really well and flames out first round, and we're all wondering what happened. Like
And
that has
the sound of me cackling through the night echoes through the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Guys,
like
if we're wrong and they're good, it'll still be entertaining because Knicks fans are funny. But if we're right and it goes poorly, oh buddy, Knicks fans are funny.
Like as a reformed Knicks fan, I already know how this is going. No.
Are you back?
No.
Nata?
No.
Nata?
No.
Nata. Eastern Conference Finals, Nata?
No.
What if they got the East this year? They ain't gonna get you back?
No.
That old thing.
No. Dog. You gotta understand. Like, I was a Giants fan. Not even OBJ brought me back to the Giants. Like, once I got into this media thing.
I had people texting me when the Falcons beat the Bills, like, oh, I bet you happy. I bet you back. I'm like, nope. You couldn't drag me back to the Falcons. No. You couldn't pay me enough to cheer for this team.
Like, I would need to see 2 consecutive Knicks rings before I even considered it.
Oh, you've gotten out, though. See, now that all you Knicks fans need is a little bit of hope.
I need 2 rings. I need 2 consecutive rings. It would have to be a Knicks dynasty. The only team, like,
I'm
quite
on the
literally,
bandwagon of a dynasty. I refuse to be an early adopter.
of this? No. Again, why would I be an early adopter of future heartbreak?
Oh my God,
Sir, the only team that ever has my heart still is the New York Yankees. And I had to deal with that bullshit, and Aaron Boone and everything else had me spitting mad. Never again. I don't do that anymore.
I have a serious question. When's the last time the Yankees won a title?
2009, motherfucker. Don't think I don't.
I don't know. I legitimately
2009.
Didn't. So there's a kid who can drive today who's never seen a Yankee style, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly. Do you have any idea how shameful that shit is? Like, now you're going to make me bring the elitism out. And I don't want to do that. Like, everyone hates Yankee fans. No one gives a shit. Like, everyone hates Yankee fans, and justifiably so. When you say, we haven't been to a won a championship in 16, motherfucker, we got 27 of them. 27.
Yeah, most of them are in black and white, and a bunch of them were won by a Dominican you pretended was white.
Fair. Actually, no. Most of them were DiMaggio, Mantle, Yogi, and then the 70s were Reggie and Billy Martin and that bullshit. And then we had a period of the 80s, which we will not discuss. And
which is happening again.
No, because unfortunately that's now. That Steinbrenner era was where they kicked Steinbrenner out and they actually let the professionals do their jobs. That shit's never coming back. That's never coming back.
Well, at least that was entertaining. This isn't even fun. You're just watching.
Who are you telling?
The Dodgers out Yankee you.
Look, exactly. Oh. I'm watching the Dodgers be what we were. They took our block. It's not like we even Stringer Bella. It's not like we're even. We're not even Avon Barksdale. We're not even Avon Barksdale trying to get our corners back. No, we out there Stringer Belling it. We're waiting for Brother Museum. Oh God!
This should not have come at the end of the episode. We're about to wrap up and get out of here. I do want to say,
I guess
Shohei Ohtani is the greatest baseball player to ever walk the face of this earth. If you disagree with me, you go ahead and strike out 10 and give up 2 hits and then hit 3 home runs in the same fucking game.
Dog.
He's playing a different sport, Nata. It's not fair. See, there's your upside.
You want to sign again? Do you want to sign the Yankees aren't the Yankees?
The World Series. The upside of not making the World Series. You ain't got to deal with that motherfucker.
No, but I have to watch the guys that said the Yankees lose. Watch them, and then we got to get forced.
Yankees lose.
Yep.
I do have to go now to tell everyone where they can find you and all the college basketball goodness that you produce.
All right, CBS College Basketball YouTube channel. We're doing everything quite literally on that channel. If you want recruit commits, we do it. You want previews for every single conference, we're doing it. Trust me. Again, this show almost didn't happen because the files bogged down my computer.
4 times the charm.
Exactly. Like, we do everything. Again, we're going to get this season started in like 2 weeks. Can't wait to get it started. Please join us if you will.
I'm gonna try to tap in more this year. Just, if anything, to support you, support my friends, support the people that support us, guys. Make sure you check out everything at the CBS YouTube channel. That is where Nata is doing very fine work and even trying to get me back in the. He's not even trying. It's happening just because he's my friend. But that being said, I'm very excited for the women's year this year. I know Juju's not playing, which is going to give a lot of oxygen to other players. So I'm excited to learn about more players who, again, will be there for 4 fucking years, who I will get attached to, and then I'll then follow the WNBA. Unlike the NBA plan of who are these niggas? Now,
they're going to get better. They're going to get better. NBC's going to make them get better.
They can't get much fucking worse.
Absolutely.
As always, brought to you by the MTR Network. Brought to you by DanielPalmerMortgages.com. If you can pay your rent, you can pay a mortgage. It's my job to help you qualify. Make sure you check out my other podcasting venture, Life, Love, and Real Estate, recording a new episode probably right now when you're listening to this. That being said, there was no Tuesday show because StreamYard is terrible. There will be one next week. We're going to have the homie Chad on to talk about Georgia, Florida, and tell some jokes about job openings. We're also going to be back with Felder next Friday, so he can yell at me before Georgia, Florida, and make me go from scared to probably either more or less scared. Tune in to find out. That was your show. There is no outro. Have a fantastic weekend. See you guys next week.